come to the end. This is almost the end of where they're marching. They're going to go through the French Quarter. Pete Fountain looks like he's having a good time. Hey, happy Mardi Gras.
Look at this.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you. They've been marching since 1960. This club has been walking on Mardi Gras. We're stuck together forever.
I'm having a wonderful time. This is my second year with Pete Fountain. I wouldn't miss it for anything.
Bye, guys. Happy Mardi Gras. Susan and Norman, the parade's passing by here now. Back to you guys. And you're looking at the Zulu baby float, the Zulu Emperor's float.
And the title of this float is Zulu's Baby Smile. And the crowd's smiling because they're very generous with their throws.
Then we have Oscar the Whale. Float 11, the Tribal Chief's float.
And the head man on this float is a former king himself, Mr. Oscar Piper.
We've got the Wild West Wrangler Horse Club just ahead of that float. Dan Milham is down there somewhere in the crowd down there watching it from ground level. Let's see if we can
a lot of people, as we get organized here, a lot of people have laughed to this man, and he's laughing.
Right now, this is you want to laugh, you got to come here.
How many Mardi Gras you been to?
This is my 5th Mardi Gras. I'm having nothing but fun. I got stuff all over me.
Looks like you're getting the hang of catching stuff.
Yeah, I'm catching everything. I'm catching cold, too, out here, but I'm losing my voice, but it's a lot of fun. New Orleans, NBC, we love you all over America. Y'all ought to be here.
It's good to have you here, too.
Well,
I see
thank you so much.
You hang on to those coconuts now. You know they're valuable.
Everybody, the mayor, the police chief, I got to go before he gets here, though.
Thank you.
Thank you,
George Wallace. We'll be back with more of our Mardi Gras coverage in just a minute.
We don't worry about our health plan. Additional monthly premium, option 65 covers 100% of hospitalization. There are no deductibles, and we pay only $5 to see our doctor.
And we have up to $600 a year in prescription benefits.
There's even a discount dental plan.
With option 65, we can worry about the more important things in life.
Like spoiling our grandchildren. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. These pictures are all proof that Kwai garlic tablets lower cholesterol. But if the pictures aren't enough, only Kwai has 14 years of research on people that proves Kwai's effectiveness in lowering cholesterol. Call 1-800-92-PROOF for more information on the proven brands. Kwai, proven to lower cholesterol, proven for life.
With State Farm, you get an agent who handles your car insurance with care. An agent who takes care to start you off with State Farm's good low price. And if you run into trouble, an agent is there to make sure you get fast, fair claim service, too. For a good price and good neighbor service, take your car insurance to an agent who cares.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. In Mandeville, see Agent Craig Lewis.
Not be seen at this time, so that we may bring you this Mardi Gras special. Live from Canal Street, live from Bourbon Street, live from Uptown, live from Metairie, live from Gallier Hall, and live from the Hotel Intercontinental. It's Mardi Gras 97. Now, let's catch all the action with the Channel 6 News crew.
And welcome back. You're watching the Tribal Chiefs float roll into view, featuring Oscar the Whale. This is Zulu, 1997, Susan.
Oh, and he's got the coconuts.
And you know, we're only up to our 12th float right now, and there are 36 floats in the entire parade, so we're not halfway there yet.
And down on the ground there watching Zulu Dynasty is Michael Marsh. He's down in the crowd somewhere watching this float roll past.
Come on, you can do better than that. A little bit better? No, they're not in a given mood. Coconut's what I want. Of course, that's the trademark of the Zulu parade. Ah, thank you very much. All right. I've been waiting 30 years for one of these, believe it or not. That's the longest been since I've been back for Carnival. Back to you, Norman.
Oh, I think he got a good one, Norman. And a great band now.
This is Smiley High School.
To Fern, they are very close. They're very close. Right. As you can see, there's a sea of people out there, and from what we are told, there's something like 800,000 people out here.
I said it was the biggest ever.
You are right. It has to be. I mean, last year I don't recall it being this crowded this early on in the day, but certainly, as you can see behind us, the parade is rolling. This is a special day for Argus, though. It's 25 years.
Right, and it's a silver anniversary would be the theme of this year's parade. So I guess we're gonna get silver doubloons and some silver floats and things like that. But you know what I can't wait for?
What?
I can't wait. You know, Ann Rice was what, in Orpheus last night? I believe Al Copeland is in Argus today, right?
Oh, yeah. He makes a lot of those parades, though. And they bombard people with beads. If you've ever been to a Metairie parade, you know they certainly do bombard you with beads. But we're still waiting on them to make the turn off of Severn, and they're well underway. This is the largest Argus parade ever, as you can see. And I don't know. I guess we'll be seeing it shortly.
Very shortly, yeah, right. And I can hardly wait. So, I don't know. What next?
Well, let's go back to Susan and Norman and see what's going on in Canal Street.
Well, Zulu is rolling on Canal Street. Great parade today.
I tell you what, this has been a flawless parade.
It really has. No delays, no breakdowns.
And
this is when the circus comes to Zululand with Herbert Baptiste on it.
And look at them. They're ready. You know, I've seen more nets out here than I have in the past, and that's a great idea. And let's go to the circus with Zulu. I don't think they're sparing any tosses when they get here, any throws when they get here. The crowd has not been disappointed at all today.
A lot of children here, too, and they're really getting their share.
You know, this is great family entertainment. This is the one town where a whole family shows up for a day of nothing but partying. Everybody on this float, I guess, as in keeping with the title here, John 2, when the circus comes to Zululand, they're all dressed up as clowns.
How many people can come away from Mardi Gras with a handful of snakes? Thank you. A coconut, even better. Could it be? I'm looking at sad. Oh, now, see, that's the way it is. You just have to give them those sad eyes, and they take sympathy on you and give you a coconut. We'll have more of these before the day is over, guys.
I tell you what, Boy Wonder is really cleaning up down there, Susan.
That mask gives him sad eyes. Way to go, Dan. Get a couple more. Now here we have the young warriors, the young Zulu warriors.
These are the guys who hope to grow up someday and then become the soulful warriors, and then they move up to up the Zulu hierarchy, becoming members of the Zulu heads of state, and perhaps just one day, Zulu himself. Look at those colorful plumes. And this float is titled Zulu Waves the Flag. There you see the flag, a mural of the flag painted on the side of the float. Zulu waves the flag.
And this float, the theme is Starry, Starry Nights in Zululand. With Clarence Becknell, the Zulu historian, on board. That guy can tell you everything you want to know about Zulu.
Believe me, he's one of the busiest people in town answering his phone.
And he really coordinates the making of the coconuts. He makes sure that all the guys have what they need to give away the prize of Mardi Gras.
You know, this is one of the only laws in the entire country that keeps these people from being sued. They're not liable for anything that happens as it relates to the coconut on Fat Tuesday. There's a bill called House Bill 188.
And you have to think about it. Where else would you say, oh, I want a coconut? I mean, only in New Orleans. So many things, only in New Orleans and only at Mardi Gras that other people in other parts of the country just don't understand. This is a great float. Purple and neon green and silver. Starry, Starry Night.
A Sequoia, Zulu, under starry skies.
How are you, man?
We'll take another break from Zulu, 1997, and return after this commercial break.
Big bass drum, there's a big parade. We're all on a Mardi Gras day. Big bass drum.
Altman Audio opened 24 years ago in this converted one-room barber.
A dual experience. We'll give you the audio of the band here.
In New Orleans.
In New Orleans.
And then the float out in Metairie.
I'd say they're having fun. Travel Channel used one of the Mississippi River steamboats last night to throw a big party for various people in town and for their sponsors around the country, which is another aspect of Carnival. And of course, we saw a lot of that in the Super Bowl a couple of weeks ago, but an increasing trend in Carnival is to sort of have that as a means of entertaining corporate clients. And I mean, this will never be a corporate event like Super Bowl. It's for everybody.
No, and in fact, there's caution about making Mardi Gras too commercialized. But of course it is to an extent. We are back in New Orleans on St. Charles Avenue as Zulu continues to roll. This is float 21, Mandela, Zulu, and a beautiful...
People, I can...
All right, we're gonna try to catch a t-shirt here. Woo, thank you. I just stole that right out from under your arms.
You most certainly did.
Oh, look at this.
Foundation will host a benefit.
Halfway through our coverage at high noon, and they're having a great time and really in the spirit. There really been some interesting throws this year. You know, you've seen the coconut, you've seen the beads, you've seen the doubloon. This year, Zulu's throwing live snakes. My God, it's a snake! That'll thin the crowd out.
I noticed one of the throws on your cameraman's head also, Jim.
Yes, that's charming.
Very
it's a little piece of negligee. It's too bad we can't get a shot of Dirk Anderson's head here. You know, actually, though, what I think that is, that's to protect his balding pate from the sun more than anything. But it's very festive.
Here comes another snake.
Very appropriate.
Yeah, these guys are having fun. There are some creative throws out here. And people are fighting for this stuff. They are fighting.
Well, Zulu is marching along, and then I think I see the beginning of Rex. So why don't we take a break? We're going to come back, and we will get everybody revved up for the big toast.
This is the Merrymakers float.
They're having a merry old time.
Each float better than the last. Each set of costumes better than the last.
On this float, providing their own music.
So, you've been watching Zulu right along with us, and we hope you don't go away.
We're going to take another commercial break and come back to more Zulu in a moment. Stay tuned.
Don't let her looks fool you. She is very, very sophisticated. There's nothing you do that escapes her. Whether you're truthful or not, whether you're quick to anger or quick to forgive, she sees it all. Why is she watching you so closely? Because she wants to grow up to be just like you. Good values make great kids.
You're here. Soon you'll want to be here. Somewhere along the way you'll need to pick up this, this, and this. That's okay, because somewhere between here and there, there's bound to be a K&B.
Where M&M's Mars fun-size Valentine's candies are $2.29 a bag. Elmer's 3-ounce hearts are 99 cents each. Star Conversation hearts are 69 cents each. And there's a huge selection of big hearts.
With Valentine's Day right around the corner.
Here and there, bound to be a K&B.
The Brinks Lullaby. It's only one note, but at 2:30 in the morning, it's the sweetest sound a family will ever hear. In a world you can't always trust, there's one name you can. Brinks Home Security. Incredibly, only $99 installed. You save $100. Call 1-800-9-BRINKS. There's only one Brinks.
The important thing about this man are not his hands, even though he styles supermodels, nor his talent, even though he's one of the most creative hairstylists in the world. What's really important is his heart. He's a volunteer for Look Good, Feel Better, a free program that helps women undergoing cancer treatment recover their self-esteem and confidence. It's in your hands. You too can give with your heart. To become a volunteer or learn more about Look Good, Feel Better, call 1-800-395-LOOK.
And you're still watching the Zulu parade, which is in high gear. Laissez-les le bon temps rouler, cher, as they say in Bayou Country. We're passing a good time right here on Canal Street, having a wonderful time watching Zulu 1997.
And this now is the West St. John Marching Band. We'll see if they'll play something as they come past our cameras.
We'll see if we can't work something up. Let's go to Michael Marsh, who's down on the street for Streets Level View. Mike.
We found somebody who's here from Staten Island, New York. Been married how many years now?
45 years.
45 years. This is your fourth one, right?
Yes, and today's my birthday.
Not fourth Mardi Gras is what I'm saying.
Fourth Mardi Gras.
She's got a lucky day. Today is her birthday. Look what she got. The all-important coconut. You ever got one of those before?
No, not a gold one like this. I'm telling you. I'm a happy camper on my birthday. I love Mardi Gras and I love New Orleans.
Best place to be, especially on a day like today. And it's her birthday. That's even better yet. Norman and Susan.
Looks like you got your wish, Susan. They did play something. They did play something as they got past us.
And as we wait to get a really good up-close shot of this float, we'll go over real quick to Bourbon Street and come back in just a second. Hi, guys. You don't have to be on Canal Street to catch beads. They're throwing beads from the balcony, and we've got all the party hats.
Yeah, but you know what's going on up there, man.
It's a beautiful party. We love it. Love coming down the French Corner on a beautiful sunny day. Thank you for the weather up there. And
did you want to hammer this point home here?
You know, I was hoping it would help me get hammered, but it's too late.
And look, it's the Wagnerian upper side.
What a fabulous crowd we've got. It's absolutely fabulous.
You're not the fat lady who sings at the end.
No, not yet.
We call her Val. It's short for Valkyrie.
Who's your friend, Steve?
Well, I think we got a refugee from the Zulu parade.
Oh, yeah. We just saw Zulu come on down and helped them make it through down Canal Street. Now we're coming down to party.
Oh, yeah.
Here come the beads. He's throwing Rhode Island. We're from Rhode Island.
Rhode Island? You're a bit out of the neighborhood, aren't you?
A little bit. You guys are from Atlanta, huh?
Yeah,
Atlanta. Look at I live here now. What station do you want? Watching all my shows every day.
It's organized chaos here, as it usually is on Bourbon Street. We're going to go back to where it's really organized, and that would be Canal. Susan and Norm.
Okay, have fun there while we watch Zulu roll up Canal.
And this is float number 22, Susan, titled Mandela. Zulu and a beautiful mermaid. I see Zulu, but I don't see the mermaid. Where's the mermaid? I see fish, seahorses, lots of throws. That's more important anyway. See if we can't work on another coconut, Sue.
You've caught their eye, Norman. Batman has their eye.
Zulu, yeah. Give it to him. Give it to him. Give it to him, he'll give it to me. Give it to him, he'll give it to me.
The art of negotiating for coconuts.
Oh, here you go.
Did you get one, Norm?
All right, Susan, now we have a pair.
All right.
Now we have a pair. Here is yours.
That's a beautiful one, black and purple.
That's beautiful.
Thank you, Zulu.
I tell you what, these guys are having a great time, and this is what Mardi Gras is all about.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. Have a good ride. Have a great ride. Wow, look out. What was that they just threw? Somebody threw a big bundle wrapped up with something in it. What's it? What is that? They're throwing T-shirts?
What is this? It is
now
a
you've got a T-shirt. Let's see what kind of T-shirt that is.
Is it a nutria? What is it?
What does it say?
Well, it's things that we have in New Orleans. Rats, roaches, and what's the last one?
Yeah.
And tarantulas. I don't know about the tarantulas, but thank you anyway.
Hey, now.
I'll wear it proudly.
That's unique. That's something you don't get at every parade. We're going to take you on out to Metairie now, where the action's kicked up as they wait for Argus.
Thank you very much, Batman. Rich the Riddler here along with Peter Pan. We're getting a little jealous because I see all those throws, and our throws have not yet quite arrived.
Well, no, but finally Argus is starting to roll again. There was a slight delay, and they're still rolling on Severn, so we're waiting for them to make the turn on to Metairie, heading closer to us over here in front of.
What's a parade without a delay, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, it comes with the territory. But we're waiting to see what's going to happen, and there's a lot going on out here. Tons of people. But you know, one thing I've noticed is that I don't think I've seen as many costumes this year.
Not as many costumes, yeah. But the ones that I am seeing are very good ones. I thought they got ZZ Top out here, and I thought that was a really good one. But yeah, I think most folks just kind of dressed up as normal.
Well, they're very creative. They're creative in their own way. All right, let's go back to Canal. Lots going on Canal Street.
And we're back on Canal Street watching Zulu. We have the African, what do we have here? I'm trying to read this.
Yeah, merrymakers.
More merrymakers.
Boy, I'm surprised I can actually see without my glasses.
It's kind of hard to wear those glasses under that mask, Batman.
You know it, Batman. And Batman's not supposed to need glasses either,
That's right.
So I guess I'll be all right. Boy, this is some kind of float. Looks like they've got a rocket on the front. I wonder what kind of merrymaking they plan to do with a rocket.
Intergalactic merrymaking. They're actually singing up there. Hey, man.
Yeah. He's making a lot of noise. Oh, I see now. Is it Zulu's space travel? Okay, Zulu's everywhere. They're interplanetary. Zulu, you might say, is out of this world. All right, baby, crank it up. Crank it up. Happy Mardi Gras to you. And what is this float, Sue?
This is Shamba. This is Zulu winning the lottery.
Oh, yeah. I think the crowd down there on the street kind of feel like they're winning the lottery today.
The lucky numbers, 41, 11, 9, 21, and 8.
This is your lucky day. Fat Tuesday, 1997.
We'll take a break and be back right after this.
I go grande, Giacomo fino andante, Giacomo finale. My spy ball to your spy ball.
Psychic Readers Network invites you to try a free sample reading right now. Listen to what these real people had to say and call now.
From my psychic, I got some peace of mind. So to me, it was worth it. It really was.
These people are real. The readings are real. See for yourself for free. We'll pay for your test reading. Call now.
I didn't expect her to have me pegged like this. I was amazed.
There's no cost to try it out. It's on us. So call now for your free sample reading.
Wow, this is just over the phone. You know, this is amazing that somehow he knew.
Here's your chance. See for yourself what these people are talking about. We'll pay for your test reading, so call now.
I didn't believe it, but once you try it and you get up there, you'll be surprised.
We can't wait to show you how good we are, so we'll give you the test reading for free. Call right now.
Try it at least once, just to see. Don't make a decision about anything that you have not tried.
Call 1-800-806-5018.
Super Doppler 6000, the most powerful live radar in the Gulf South, only on Channel 6.
And welcome back to WDSU Channel 6, watching Zulu roll up Canal Street.
I'm telling you, the pace is really picking up, and the throws are getting more plentiful. As a matter of fact, you've got to really stay alert. I just got bopped in the head.
I thought that this was hard. This isn't it soft.
Oh,
Norman.
I wasn't picking. No, this is very soft here. It's hard here and in the back, but it's very soft here. And I just took a direct hit right.
Oh well,
right
here comes
right
another one. So watch out. What do we have here? This is the Uganda Warriors.
Zulu in a game of chess. Okay. Boy, they've got big stuffed animals on this one. Look at him tease the crowd with those coconuts. Oh, look at him teasing me. That's okay. I have coconuts, sir. I have people who love me. I have coconuts.
Here's another chance.
What happened to this float? The riders got up. Maybe this is an extra float in case one of the floats break down.
Yeah, it must be. Well, let's go to St. Charles now, where they've watched Rex come through. Keith and Margaret.
Hey, I'm right here on St. Charles Avenue, and there you can see Elk's crew of Orleanians, and this is the largest, the biggest of the truck parades. Over 100 floats, and man, do these people throw. Oh, they're throwing me all kinds of stuff. I've got to tell you, oh, I caught a Frisbee. I almost caught 2 Frisbees. We've got Heath Allen down on the ground. There you can see Heath wave.
I see you, Margaret. Thank you very much. You know, if you want to really get involved in all of this, and we do, you got to get out on the street with everybody else. Take a look over here. I'm just going to walk up here. Excuse me, ma'am, sir. Come here. Wait. Sir, no, well, you're wearing a bird on your head, for Pete's sake. Where are you from?
I'm an egghead.
I agree with that. This is kind of wild here with these truck parades, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it. These are nice. They're homemade, just like my bird.
Yeah, my bird's homemade, too. It's really hard to interview you. I don't know where to put the mic.
Oh, that's all right.
All right, now show me your best technique in catching beads over here. If you're a bird, what do you do?
Stop for the bird!
Hey, give the bird some beads.
Hey, stop for the bird!
All right, okay, Margaret. This is what it's like on the street on St. Charles.
Hey, did you know that she caught her bird off of a float? She really did. Now, I've just been, I caught some lovely beads, but let me show you the latest thing that I have caught. It is a bunch of crabs. And yes, at the bottom.
Oh, very nice.
Back in the bag. Anyway, there you can see, go with the flow, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're throwing lots of beads. These are families. This is what Mardi Gras is about. They just load up with all kinds of good stuff.
Save yourself, Margaret!
I think I've got the technique. I just got inundated. In fact, I mean, they throw so much stuff, and that's what's fun. You know, when I was a kid growing up here in New Orleans, I didn't want to leave until 3 or 4 o'clock, and I'd come home with bags loaded, and I got them from the truck parades, not from Rex and not from Zulu, but from these guys, because they throw so much. There you can see the next one coming up. Now, what they do, there's a big competition to see who goes in the front, and the one in the front is this year's winner. Next year, the winner will also go in the front, and then they just move back. Hey, everybody, throw me something. You're on TV.
All right.
Hey, we're going to go on back to Susan and Norman, and we're going to take a break, and I better do it fast because we're getting really tossed. See you later. I got to catch some stuff.
Man, you gotta be a fool messing with that stuff.
It's Michael Hebert's Mardi Gras Mambo one-day sale. Mardi Gras Day Michael's doing the Mambo 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the Elmwood store only. Get special financing. Come to Michael Hebert's Mardi Gras Mambo sale one day only.
Children's voices spill throughout the land. They're getting high just from holding hands. Can you imagine how the world would be?
Since 1892, the Children's Bureau, a United Way partner agency, has been committed to improving the quality of life for children and their families. Hi, I'm Charmaine Neville, and I'm asking you to support the Children's Bureau so that they can continue to provide roots and wings for families, for children.
I suppose some professional football players didn't drink milk 3 to 4 times a day when they were growing up. After all, I haven't introduced myself to all of them yet. But I have met a lot of kids, and active kids need milk. A lot of kids stop drinking milk when they need it most. Milk is an awesome source of calcium, and you need calcium for strong teeth and bones. If you're a future pro football player or participate in any sport, do as I do. Drink your milk. Drink your milk. Drink your milk.
Thousands of women will lose a child to AIDS simply because they didn't get an HIV test when they were pregnant. You see, there's now treatment that can help stop the spread of HIV from mother to baby, which gives children of HIV-infected mothers something they never had before, a chance. If you're pregnant, please get an HIV test.
We're looking for a few good men with a medal to be Marines.
VCR. In the meantime, we are partying on Bourbon Street.
Oh, yeah. We've got some people here. Happy Mardi Gras!
Casts of thousands here. Now, tell us about this. You guys are from Houston.
Yes, we are.
But you are the who?
Crew of Boo.
The Crew of Boo. They come ready with doubloons, beads, and the whole bit. Who's your friend?
That's the Crypt Keeper.
Hey, watch your foot over there, okay?
And you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. And there are the little bud?
Yes.
That
You
tooth
guys
is coming
look great.
loose here.
Yeah, your tooth is coming loose.
Yeah.
Can't have that
Hey,
now.
look who's behind. Hey, look, it's the baby. Oh.
Happy Mardi Gras, guys.
Everybody say, oh.
Eh, shut up.
No, don't be such a baby.
You have to be happy on Mardi Gras.
I got to load my diaper.
Gosh. Whoa, man.
And where are you guys? Look at these beads. My goodness, have y'all been at this like for what, weeks?
Actually, we've been at it for a couple of years. If you're going to wear beads, wear the correct beads for Mardi Gras Day.
And the correct beads are?
Everything you can get.
How many pounds would you say?
Actually, I have weighed it. It weighs close to 48 pounds.
48?
You're kidding.
What you weigh at night, I weigh like a 60-pound load at night.
This one weighed 48 pounds when he was born, right here.
Easy.
That's how much the fetus weighed.
Where are you guys from?
We're from here, born and raised. We enjoy Mardi Gras so much, though. This is the place to have it. If you're going to do Mardi Gras, here's the place.
Well, welcome to all of you.
Thank you.
Happy Mardi Gras.
Thanks.
And good luck on getting some more beads. Now, these are really great. I think you ought to share these with Steven.
All righty then.
I like those. Now, wait a minute. Come here. We have some friends over here. I have seen some great boots in my day, but look at these boots. And you are?
I'm Peggy Bennett. I'm from here.
Look at those boots!
Reggie Heisler.
And where did you guys find these boots?
Her son makes them.
My son makes them out of Nogales, Arizona. Chris Bennett Boot Company.
Well, these are great boots. Happy Mardi Gras. You guys come down every year?
We live here.
Well, but I mean, you come down.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Absolutely.
You look like regular Mardi Gras goers. Oh, look
at that.
even the nails. Can you see those nails?
You've been to a boutique, haven't you?
No.
No. Nice.
Yourself?
I do nails, yes.
Wow. Well, happy Mardi Gras.
So what you had to do is just claw your way through the crowd, right, and to the top. Let's say hello to the
Here
folks
come
back
the
here.
beads.
Hey!
They're throwing the beads. Hey! Well, it's a big party down here on Bourbon Street. Now we need to go back to Metairie with Chris Beerbeer and Rich Lance and Bob Alvarez. Hi, guys.
Hey, how are you? You know, several things that are inevitable about Mardi Gras, people having a good time, and folks coming from all over the world, all over the United States to enjoy this thing. Where y'all from?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Ma'am?
California.
Where y'all from?
St. Louis. Carthage, Mississippi.
Texas.
Pearl River, Louisiana, baby. We are having fun. How about
What do you think about all this?
I love it. My first Mardi Gras. First one.
Now, this little girl told me she wouldn't tell me your name on television. Now it's time. You have to tell me your name.
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline. There you go. The power of television. Everyone having a great time here in Metairie. We're still waiting for the parade to come by, but hey, no excuse not to have fun. Rich, Chris?
There is no excuse. No
None at all.
excuses today. None necessary. It's just not necessary.
No, there's a little bit of delay. We can look at the folks behind us.
But it's coming.
And it is coming. I mean, you can see the floats are there. In fact,
Take
Chris,
a look.
I think those are some of the later floats in the parade. In fact, there's Harry, Louisiana, which
Harry,
is about the 15th or 16th float up there.
You know what? One interesting thing about this parade, Rich,
is that?
there are 26 floats, and every one of them is a double-decker.
Right, which means we're going to have to duck high, then duck low, then duck high, then
right.
duck low.
But we can do that. We're coordinated.
No, we can do that. And in fact, we're kind of veterans at this.
Well,
we're veterans on veterans.
Veterans on veterans. That's
Yes,
where
it's
we
our
should
second
be.
year.
You know, and I'm kind of, I don't know, bare on the beads here. I need to get busy. The parade needs to get over here, and they will be shortly. But in the meantime, we're having so much fun because we're meeting, like Bob said, people from all over the world.
And in our little group here, we get a lot of folks that have come by from year to year to year that we get to see every year. And we've got some new folks from Houston that they see our big sign. They think we're going to get bombarded by beads, and so this is a pretty good place for them to be.
Prime location.
It is a prime
location up here on this pickup truck. And if you're still at home watching, come on by and come out here and join us.
I'm going to make a promise. The next time they talk with us, we will have a parade to talk about.
Well, I
mean,
sure
it is
hope so.
coming.
It's
In the
coming. I can
meantime-
feel it. I can feel it in the air.
Oh, Peter Pan, hover, if you would, for just a moment. We're going to take a break right now.
Right.
And we will hope that you will stay with us. And we're going to have a lot more fun on veterans and all over the metro area. So,
Happy Mardi Gras, everyone. Stay with us.
To your health.
To your health.
To your health. Too much alcohol isn't healthy. Think before you drink. A message from the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Alterman Audio opened 24 years ago in this converted one-room barbershop. I'm Henry Alterman. Sound advice, better quality brands, and a free double warranty, along with people that really can answer your questions, have made us different. We're celebrating with our 24th anniversary sale. Every CD player, every receiver, and our quality speakers are all on sale. Save on TVs and car stereo too. Alterman Audio uptown at Magazine in Nashville and in Metairie. Alterman Audio for some sound advice.
Kids shake, rattle, and roll every week with the Blues Schoolhouse programs of the House of Blues. This and other programs are hosted by the International House of Blues Foundation. In an effort to continue these projects, the foundation will host a benefit concert featuring Chaka Khan, February 23rd at the House of Blues. All proceeds will help support the foundation's projects. For ticket information, call 529-BLUE, sponsored by the International House of Blues and Channel 6, making a difference together.
We want to see our children succeed. But setting easy goals for our kids creates the toughest obstacle they'll ever face. Because succeeding in the real world isn't easy. Help the effort to raise standards in America's public schools. Call 1-800-96-PROMISE.
And welcome back to WDSU Channel 6 live coverage of Mardi Gras 1997.
And you see the crowd there on Canal Street. They're still revved up, having already watched the Zulu parade wind up. And what a flawless, wonderful, perfect parade.
Very smooth, no delays. Uganda was the last float that came through, and then suddenly it was, wait a minute, is that it? It's over.
I mean, it's sort of like we were talking earlier. It's like it's never gone this fast as I can recall. You know, that it's almost been so fluid that you didn't notice it. It was over before you knew it. All the floats had certainly passed by, yeah.
Now we're waiting for Rex to come up Canal Street, but in between now and then, we'll go back out to Margaret Orr and Heath Allen, who are watching the truck parades on St. Charles Avenue.
Let me tell you, these guys are just tossing all kinds of things, and you know what, Heath, they almost got
Look up. It's a matter of self-defense. If you don't catch it, youch, you die.
And you know what? They just about got my hot dog, and if they had, Heath, the chili would have been all over you.
Yeah, that's true. They got my hot dog a second ago. That's outstanding out here right now. We're in between the trucks. It really is a matter of self-defense. You got to pay attention at all times, or you're going to get hurt.
You know what Heath has been doing is throwing beads to the other side to a really pretty girl over there. I noticed that he was doing. Hey.
Well, don't tell on me. What if my wife is listening?
Here is Elks float number 14, and of course there are 100 floats and Elks, and then right behind them is Crescent
There you
City.
go.
Oh, look!
All right.
There you go.
Oh. Don't throw them so hard.
I think that this is one of those schools. That could be Newman, in fact. Go
They try to
Rebels.
kill you.
I'm not sure which one it is, but they did
Look out.
hit me right in the face. I mean, they were aiming for my... Do you think they didn't like my hair?
I don't know. I like your hair.
Thank you.
But it is a good
Right.
target.
I've had a couple of them actually
Wait a
ring
minute,
me.
I'm getting ready to
you know.
wing these beads across the street.
Oh, you're going to throw them across. Who are you
See
throwing
how
them
good
to?
my aim is at this point.
Okay,
She's
here,
way
she's
across the
getting
street
ready.
on the ladder. Got her hand up.
Okay.
I don't believe it. In 10,000 light years, that would never happen. It's on a wire. All right.
It's on a wire.
I'm going to
Okay.
have to try this again in a second.
This is having a
crawfish boil.
Float number 15, and as you can see, they're boiled alive.
Hey, whoops.
You're on TV.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. See, oh, look. Wow, did you see this?
I see it. Look up. Those
Lots
don't,
coming.
stuffed animals don't hurt. It's this big wad that hurts.
This is cool. This, my daughter will like. We
You think
will
so?
save, yeah, we're going to, do you think yours would like
I
this?
got the alligators and the whale for my daughters.
Oh, I like
Alligators
that.
and whales. Little furry
Let me see the whale.
Do whales have fur, for real?
I don't think so. Well, they are mammals.
Wait a minute. There could be a
They're
whole new
mammals.
movement. Shave the whale.
You know, mammals do have hair.
That's
so
true.
Whales are mammals, so yeah, they do. There goes Lacage au Fall
Oh, goodness.
for the birds.
Yes, I
yeah,
see
they're
that.
good. Those are nice birdhouses.
How
And
did
then
we
over
survive
here,
that one? That one didn't hurt us too badly.
Elks 17.
The truck parades literally throw much more beads and stuff than the floats, I think. You get your beads and throws right here.
I mean, we have loaded up.
And you've got to be a brave soul. If you're going to get down on the street out there for these trucks, hey, put your panties back on.
Like I said, they throw anything.
My goodness. Duck, there you go.
You know, I've got to say, it's great working with Heath because he does have a long arm and he can block.
Deflect.
Yeah, he can deflect, he can block, and, you know, that's real important.
There you go.
Here we go. You know, those cups hurt.
They do. The cups hurt. If you catch the beads upside the ear, too, it can get you. What are these guys? Look out.
Baby. Good throw. Ouch.
Oh, that one got your hair.
I almost lost my wig.
They are dangerous.
You know, I hope that they don't
I'm
try
throwing these
to
back.
You know, Heath, this is bad. You know,
well, you just have to pay attention.
Wait. They tried to knock my wig off.
You got to pay attention. So in the meantime,
Hey,
I'm
we're
going to try
having a
one
good
more
time.
throw.
He's going to toss to the pretty girl.
One more throw. And as
over
I
on the
do
other
this, we're going to go
side.
to a commercial break.
And we want you to come back and join us.
I don't believe I hit the
Okay,
wire
look, there she is. Lester, you got to look over there.
Look across the street, Lester, and we're going to go to a break. You see her with her hands up in the air.
Her hands
This
are up.
is for all the money. It's kind of like that $1 million field goal.
Woo!
Yes!
Did it!
All right, let's go to a break. There you go. Happy Mardi Gras.
Hi, I'm Susan Rattan. Just because you're a parent doesn't mean you have to be perfect. There are days when we all feel out of control, but there is an answer. The Boys Town National Hotline. You'll talk to folks who care and can really help. 1-800-448-3000, because there's always help at the end of the line.
Oh, hi, honey. How are you?
This is a crime that's 12 seconds from happening, but won't.
So, honey, how's California?
Because someone saw the writing on the wall. In a world you can't always trust, there's one name you can. Brinks Home Security. Incredibly, only $99 installed. You save $100. Call 1-800-9-BRINKS. There's only one Brinks.
I could never have asked for more. I could not have had a better child. He gave me all the love and all the joy a parent ever hopes to get from a child. I want people to remember my daughter's face. I want them to remember her name. How many more Elizabeths will be killed before this senseless slaughter stops? Why do we keep killing our children? There is no physical pain that compares to the pain of losing a child. Do whatever it takes.
Hi, I'm Reggie White. You may know me as a football player, but we're here with an important message for young adults who may want to succeed in other fields. If you're one of millions of Americans who left school without graduating, it's not too late to earn a high school diploma.
Through the GED test, sponsored by the American Council on Education, you can earn a GED diploma that is valued by employers and colleges throughout our country.
For information, call 1-800-62-MY-GED.
Invest in your own future.
And in generations to come.
Why does she listen to your every word and watch your every move? She wants to grow up to be just like you. Good values make great kids.
Welcome back to Mardi Gras Central here on Canal Street, and you're watching the special WDSU coverage of Mardi Gras 1997. We've had a wonderful time. Rex is approaching. He has already passed the location on St. Charles Avenue, uptown. He's wending his way towards Gallier Hall.
And it looks as if Michael Marsh has found Wonder Woman while we wait for Rex.
Yeah, we're keeping with the superhero theme, right? Wonder Woman in all of her splendor. Not bad at all. Susie may rival you.
And this is a time when the crowd has to sort of entertain itself while they wait for Rex. Rex is a little bit late.
And believe you me, they have no problem entertaining themselves. You know, this is one place where you get to meet people you didn't even know and maybe form friendships that will last for many Mardi Gras to come. This is a great family affair, the greatest show on earth, the greatest free party on earth. And you can see the crowd now, they're mingling, and they are staking out their location for the arrival of the next parade, which is Rex, and they're celebrating their 125th anniversary.
But there's a little more space around folks here on Canal Street. Let's go over to Bourbon Street, where it's wall-to-wall people. Julie and Steve. It is pretty wild, Susan. They're partying down here waiting on the parade. Hey, guys, you're from Lafitte.
Yes, yes, I'm Linda.
Garrow.
And Linda, you made these sweatshirts, didn't you?
Sure did.
Look at these great things, guys. This is the true Mardi Gras. Look at that. Names and all, so you never get lost. You always know who you are. And look, we've got the parade and the beads going here, right from upstairs to Sonesta.
From South Carolina.
You're from South Carolina? Bye, guys. Happy Mardi Gras. Where'd you get those beads?
Just tossing.
Just tossing. And who are you?
I'm Linda from Huntsville, Alabama.
Well, hey, Linda. Oh, thank you for those beads. These are great beads.
Thanks. Happy Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras.
Hey, you still haven't got enough. How about these right here?
Hey,
Yeah.
deal. Hey, thanks. Where are you from?
I'm from Huntsville.
What's your name?
Mike Bagala.
Hi, Mike.
Hey.
Is y'all's first Mardi Gras?
Mine.
It's hers.
And I'm getting married tomorrow.
Well, best wishes.
Thank you. From
Where are you from?
Atlanta.
Oh, wow. Well, welcome to New Orleans. Welcome to the party of Mardi Gras.
Monroe, Louisiana.
Hey, Julie.
Well, welcome.
We got people actually in costume over here.
I know. Look at this. You found them in the
Look at
sunshine.
this.
You're taking pics.
Oh, my gosh. You look like Marge from The Simpsons.
That's right.
All right. And who we got here? Carmen Miranda?
Yes, La Cucaracha.
Well, something like that. Say hello to to your family, huh? There we go. And we have a nurse in training right over here. Hi, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Oh, that's good. Got a couple of sick gators back here. Can you take care of them?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Where are you from?
Thibodeau.
Thibodeau.
Thibodeau?
Thibodeau Chef. You come down Bayou Lafourche to get here?
Yeah, Highway 90. Yeah.
Not the modern Bayou.
That's right. You know, there's a hospital not too far from there. And I think. Yeah.
That's my job, to take care of everybody today.
Are you on duty?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey.
You want a good quote? This is the only time in my life I ever didn't want to go to Florida. And I got to go today.
You got to go today? Well, have a good Mardi Gras first.
All right.
Bye. It's a real party down here, Susan and Norman. So while you guys are waiting for the parade here, these guys are having their own little Mardi Gras. All they have to do is holler and say, "Throw me something, mister," and the beads are coming from the balcony.
Oh, you know it. Oh, you know it. Hey, what's going on over there? Nothing immoral, I hope.
Hey,
State. Spokane was a long way away.
well,
We may need your professional opinion.
Oh, okay.
we've
all
got
right.
people from all over coming up and talking to us. Washington, Atlanta, Florida, Wisconsin.
That's just amazing.
All over.
All right. Well, listen, I hope y'all are having a good time. We got to throw it back
Hey,
to
guys.
Susan and Norman.
And we're back on Canal Street, where we're waiting for the arrival of the king of Carnival, the monarch of Merryman, Rex himself.
But of course, before Rex gets here, he has to toast his queen in front of Gallier Hall. Alec Gifford has been in the crowd there all morning, and they say that Rex is just about at his location. In the meantime, it gives the crowd here a chance to walk around some, buy some things. Everybody's selling everything here. Get something to eat, and then get back in line, get back on the sides of Canal Street to wait for Rex to roll up.
Yeah, and this is a big year for Rex. Joining us here at Mardi Gras Central, and there you see Rex right now arriving at Gallier Hall. Joining us, as I was about to say, is Mardi Gras aficionado Errol Laborde. Errol, this is a big year for Rex.
This
he's
is
about
the
to...
125th anniversary of Rex. The first Rex parade was on February 13th, 1872, and so it only missed it by 2 days, with Mardi Gras being February 11th this year, and so it was an early Mardi Gras back then also.
Errol, do they always toast like this?
Well, the first year they didn't. The first year they just threw together a parade. The first year parade, they described it as miscellaneous rabble. They had somebody who was Rex who rode a horse, and anybody else who wanted to join in just joined in. And they met on Canal Street, and they marched across the quarter. They went down Esplanade, made a huge loop. It wasn't until the second year that they actually had a carnival ball and then started some of the traditions.
And of course, it has evolved into this. Explain to us now, some of the viewers at home who might not be familiar. I can't imagine anybody from New Orleans not being familiar, but some tourists may be at home at their hotels or someplace else watching. Explain to us what's happening now at Gallier Hall.
Well, okay, the Gallier Hall, yeah, okay. At Gallier Hall, he's being toasted by the mayor. This is one of 3 stops that Rex is going to make along the way. One of 3 official stops. The first he made already, which was the Cockholm, which was on St. Charles Avenue. And St. Charles Avenue, he's always been toasted because a former Rex lives there, a guy by the name of Downman, after whom Downman Road is named. Now here he's at Gallier Hall, and at Gallier Hall he would be toasted by the mayor representing the city, and then the other stop is at the International Hotel, where he toasts his queen.
And he's saying something now that, of course, we can't hear. He's probably saying, what do you think, Errol? What's he saying?
Well, he's probably just offering some sort of toast, congratulating, talking about what a nice day it is today, and wishing everybody merriment. The whole thing is one of really just goodwill. And then they're taking the champagne, and sometimes they toss the champagne glass down. I heard a story that one year in one parade, a king, it was a Rex, he tossed the champagne glass down, and some guy was standing on the side, and he caught the champagne glass before it fell. So a policeman came and made the guy throw it down and break it. So here's the guy who got in trouble for not breaking a glass, and the policeman made him break it.
You know, only in New Orleans. It's like being in Wonderland, I suppose. Alice in Wonderland, everything is curiouser and curiouser, where down is up and up is down.
A couple of years ago, Errol, Rex wore a bulletproof vest, but I talked to one former Rex, not of that year, who said, oh no, I wouldn't wear a bulletproof vest when the little pages in front of me didn't have any kind of protection. How do you think they feel each year? Is it up to each individual Rex if they feel they need that extra protection?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's amazing when you think they've been having carnival parades since 1857, and there has never once been an incident of that type. And I can't explain why it happens. I mean, it seems like with the law of odds, you know. But I think the crowd kind of controls each other. I mean, the worst things that you hear happening from the crowds is people throwing beads and throws back at the riders. But the integrity of the kings and the various monarchs has always been respected. So
absolutely, and let's go see if we can hear the Queen the King rather, as he makes his toast at Gallier Hall.
Miss Mario, right? I saw Miss Mario. No idea. But I wanted to pretend like I didn't see her. Sybil, this comes to you from the crew of Rex, and for me personally with love and great respect and regard for you in the years you've been representing this. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rex.
Now, this year's Rex said that he thought that the system of becoming Rex had almost passed him by. He's 68 years old in October, and he said, Eli Watson told us, that he just thought, well, they probably weren't going to pick him because his time had passed.
You know, becoming Rex is something that the Rex organization, I mean, they really take it quite seriously. And the thing about being Rex is that if you were Rex, by the rules of the organization, there is no cost to it. The cost of being Rex is zero. Now, there's some organizations that being king is a fundraiser.
Right.
You know, you can
That's
be
how
king,
you get to be king.
You can be king for $20,000, right? But they insist if you're selected Rex, it is considered to be a civic honor. Now, if you want to buy a gift for your queen, you can do that, but there is no cost involved with it. And who knows where it's going to wind up? From what I understand, the procedure is that the Rex hierarchy gets together sometimes around September, and they decide, and then sometime around Halloween is when they go and announce to the person that he's going to be Rex. And once he's told he's supposed to be Rex, he's supposed to keep it secret. And so there's a lot of stories about guys who are Rex keeping it secret from their wives, particularly at least until Christmas or around that time of the year. Now, but the whole ritual is taken quite seriously.
Yeah, is it true what I've heard that becoming Rex has to do with their motto, Pro Publico, which is for the good of the public? That means you have to have some kind of civic involvement.
They look for someone who's had some sort of a civic background. And I'm telling you, it's not always necessarily someone who's been an activist within the Rex organization. Like some groups, the people who work the hardest are the ones that get the big prize. It's not necessarily the case. There are some people who've been really active in the Rex organization who've never been selected to be Rex. And so how it's chosen, but this idea of community service and public service is one that they play in fairly high regard.
But unlike Zulu, Rex does not choose his own queen.
No, that is very. The process of choosing a queen goes back to the time that the queen to be is born. I mean, there's a whole list. The Rex members put their daughters' names on the list, and then at the time, that usually when they're a junior in college is when they're eligible to be a queen. And so from among those girls, the selection process is made. As it is, the girl who's queen this year is fairly well connected in the Rex organization. I believe her mother was a Comus, and her queen of Comus. Her grandmother was a Comus. And so a lot of these people, their family lines go back to a lot of these organizations.
And as you talk about the queen now, Rex has left Gallier Hall, and he is on the way to the Intercontinental Hotel, which is where he will do the traditional toast to the queen. Now, when did he start toasting the queen?
In 1873. This would have been the first time. This would have been the first time they had the ball. Okay. And the first Rex queen was not a debutante. It was a married woman, Fannie Mae Hewitt, who was just sitting there, and Rex just selected her, and she complained, I wasn't even wearing my best dress that night, right? And so she was the first queen. And so by 1874, they started the idea of having a debutante and tying the whole debutante set with it.
And Rex seems stronger than ever. Rex and Zulu both seem really strong now. Do you see them going on in perpetuity?
I think so. I mean, look at the mood out here. Look how happy it is. Mardi Gras to me is always a big bubble. Like, you always figure it's about to pop or something. It just can't go on any longer. But it always survives, and there's something in the community psyche that people just want this sort of thing. I was at the at Lundi Gras last night when Rex arrived, and there was a huge crowd there. And if you recall, it was cold and damp last night.
Oh, it was miserably cold.
And a lot of these people were out-of-town people, and these are people who were spontaneously chanting, "We want Rex, we want Rex," right? And they really, a lot of them never saw Rex before, but it's just the mood of it. I mean, there's something special about going to another community and seeing a king of carnival. I mean, there have been carnival kings all over the world, and there's something that just appeals to people by the notion. So I think Carnival's strong. I think Rex and Zulu are strong.
Yeah, before we go to a break, one quick question, then we got to go to a break. Was it a stand-in Rex last night, or was it...
It's my understanding that it was the real Rex last night.
It was the real Rex last night.
In the old days, going back to 1917, they used to have a stand-in king, or they called it the Monday King.
Yeah.
But since then, I think most often it's been the real Rex. There have been a few times when the real Rex was someone who they thought was an elderly man or who couldn't do both. But it's my understanding that it was the real Rex, and more often that they're using the real Rex on the Monday as the one on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Errol Laborde, we'll check in again with you in a second. Okay. We'll take a break right now.
Today on Channel 6 News at 5. After Zulu has passed and Rex has rolled by, check out Mardi Gras and peer into the night with live reports from all around. Today on Channel 6 News at 5.
Since the days of George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, Americans have enjoyed certain freedoms, like the freedom to settle wherever they wanted to raise a family and provide for their protection, and the freedom of choice. In honor of these traditions, ADT is proud to offer our 1997 President's Day sale. It's an opportunity for you to help protect your home and family with the nation's #1 home security system, installed for as little as $99. It's also a chance for you to exercise your freedom of choice, because when you call before February 23rd, you can choose from 3 special introductory offers. You can get 2 months of monitoring at no extra charge, or save $50 on fire protection. Or choose a customized system and save $100 on installation. But no matter which offer you choose, you'll sleep easier knowing your home is protected by ADT, a company with over 120 years of experience. Remember, the ADT President's Day sale ends February 23rd, so call today.
Happy Mardi Gras from your true Mardi Gras station, Channel 6.
And welcome back to our continuing live coverage of Mardi Gras 1997. And as you can see, Rex has pulled into position, and he is about to toast his queen.
At the Hotel Intercontinental, the queen and her whole court will be there. All those lovely young ladies all dressed up, unlike the first queen, Errol Laborde.
We got to the man.
What's interesting about that particular site is in 1872, where the hotel...
I can tell from the looks of this great crowd today, people have taken a real cotton to you. And they guarantee us that your futures will always be rising in our beloved city. We appreciate what you have done for education, the Tulane Medical Center, the University of Virginia understand what it is to receive your love. But I must admonish you, as the theme of your parade suggests, your golf balls will turn to jelly if ever you cease to love. The wind for your sails will always blow the wrong way if ever you cease to love. And your Cavaliers surely will never win another basketball game if ever you cease to love. So, Your Majesty, we share with you a bond of love, and I ask everybody present to raise your voices and your glasses with us as we salute Hail Rex!
Hail Rex!
We got to the mayor's office and we had a little loudspeaker trouble, but like the parade, we managed to get through everything. I'd like very, very much to thank the Intercontinental Hotel for hosting and being such wonderful hosts to all these guests of Rex and for the Rex entourage. It's very difficult to look across this vast spectacle of beautiful ladies, but it's not hard to pick out my queen. Gentlemen, Hill, would you get me the bouquet, please? Yeah, Hill. I would like for everyone to join with me and salute the most beautiful lady of the day, and most probably one of the most beautiful ladies for the rest of my life. Hail, my beautiful queen, Ransdell. Hill, you hand me those other flowers? Hey! Hey! If you'd pass those down to a young lady that is sitting to the left of the queen, it'd be very nice, thank you. And again, I scan across this vast array of beauty, and I have my eyes do sit on one particular lady, my wife, Deborah. Thank you. Today is rather another spectacular day because you all need to join me in singing a happy birthday to a very wonderful young man named Scott Powell, who happens to be my page. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Scott. Happy birthday to you. Then over here on my right is the King's page, and it just happens that his grandfather happened to be my doctor. And I think if he had known I'd have been up here taking care of his grandchild, he most probably would never have let me get past 24. But I have this wonderful page, the King's page, Hill Dupuy. I like to drink. Hey! Wave, Hill. Wave, oh, boy. Now, I'd like for the entire city of New Orleans and the United States, the whole nation, to join me in a toast, one last toast to my beautiful queen and this beautiful court and these wonderful dukes, and to join me in wishing them all the wonderful happiness of this day. My queen. Hey!
And that was the last toast that Rex makes before he makes his way up Canal Street.
Interestingly enough, Errol, he sang happy birthday to one page, and he introduced his second page as someone whose grandfather took care of him. as a youngster. And this is a quite personable king.
That was sort of unusual to think happy birthday to a page. It reminded me, though, 2 years ago, if you remember, the weather was so horrendous 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And there was such a wind, if you see the page's hat with the plumage on it, that it was blowing the pages down, so they actually had to take their hats off, and they wore baseball caps for their ride.
That's right.
Baseball caps and rain slicks. You know, this site where the Intercontinental Hotel was in 1872 part of Theater Row in New Orleans. And there were 2 theaters in there, the Academy of Music and the St. Charles Theater. And the night of that first Mardi Gras, or the first Rex Parade, there were balls going on throughout town, as there had been every year actually prior to Rex. But the Grand Duke Alexis, who was the honored visitor that year, saw the Rex Parade at Gallier Hall, and then that night he went ball hopping, including 2 balls at that very site. And so actually the route that Rex is riding now is pretty much the path of where the Grand Duke stayed. In a few minutes they're going to be passing the building that we've known most recently as Place St. Charles. They just changed its name, I think, the First NBC Center. But that was the old St. Charles Hotel. And it was really, if there's a place that's the birthplace of the Rex organization, it was the St. Charles Hotel. That's where these guys got together in late 1871, so let's have a parade. Actually, the manager of St. Charles Hotel was one of the people who was involved in it, and that's where the Grand Duke stayed. And so this strip of St. Charles right now where Rex is riding is really part of Rex's history. It's very deep in Rex's history.
All right, Errol, we'll take a break and come back and continue our warm-up to Rex as he wins his way towards Mardi Gras Central here on Canal Street. Stay tuned.
New Orleans, where the blues were born, it takes a cool cat to blow a horn. On the South and Rampart Street, the combos play with the mambo beat, the Mardi Gras.
Can I get life insurance at my age, in my health?
I'd like to leave my loved ones with a little something when I'm gone, but I'm afraid I'm too old to get life insurance.
I don't want to burden my family with my final expenses. Where can I turn?
If you're like these nice folks and thought that life insurance after 45 was impossible to get or impossible to afford, I've got good news. If you're 45 to 79, Physicians Life guarantees you up to $10,000 of permanent modified whole life insurance designed to help pay your burial costs and other final expenses. There's no medical exam and no health questions. You can buy this policy if you're 45 to 79 and you're insured for life. Now, just $1 pays for your first month. After that, you can continue at an affordable renewal rate that can never go up. It's so easy to get and easy to afford. Now, let me tell you why this protection is so very important. All of us someday will leave behind final expenses for our loved ones to pay. There's no escaping that. Those burial costs can easily add up to thousands of dollars. You know, some people even expect the government to take care of their final expenses. But the fact is, Social Security pays a death benefit of only $255. That's not nearly enough to cover the cost of a funeral today. That's why I recommend this coverage so highly. It's one sure and affordable way you can help leave your loved ones with dollars instead of debts. For all the details, just call this toll-free number to get this free information kit from Physicians Life. You get it directly by mail. Now, there's no cost or obligation of any kind. You're merely calling for information. This is one phone call you and your loved ones will be thankful for later. So call now, okay? Okay.
We're here when you need us, Physicians Life.
And welcome back. The parades are rolling now in Metairie, and so we'll go out to Chris Fairbairn, Rich Lenz, and Father Bob Alvarez.
All right.
Yes.
Happy Mardi Gras, everyone. You know, we've been waiting for this, and you promised.
I did promise. And the Riddler might be a bad guy, but he makes good on his promises. We have a parade, don't we?
Yes,
Chris,
we do.
Let's take a look right here.
What you're seeing right now is is one of the bands. Well, this is one of the floats. Of course, it's actually just making its way through by us and toward the reviewing stand.
This is the Travel Channel float. Fourth float of what, 26 on the day.
26 double-deckers, all of them double-deckers. This is the largest Argus parade ever, by the way. 500, at least 500 masked riders and revelers.
And 800,000 people apparently here in the stands. And
there may be more.
Is our grande dame of the parade. She passed us just a moment ago.
Do you think there could be more than 800,000 people out here?
Gosh, you know, it looks like it. And what are we looking at?
That's the
there's
lovely Delta Burr.
right there.
And she threw us some beads.
Describe her gown, if you could, please.
Oh, she is such a beautiful woman. Her face is like just porcelain, you know. Her complexion is porcelain. She's wearing a beautiful glitter chiffon gown, full and flowing, and she just looks ecstatic and so
Looks like
radiant
she's having a
to be
great
here.
time. You know, she really is having a lot of fun. In fact, she threw me some green beans. I caught her eye. The Riddler caught her eye.
Oh, naturally.
Yes.
Naturally.
Oh, here
All
comes
right.
a float.
You know,
here we go. Argus
everyone's goal,
#4.
of course.
We're on the, whoa,
Woo,
there we
thank
go.
you.
How about a few more there?
There we go. We're catching some.
Whoa, here, they're coming at us fast and furious now. There we are.
Thank you very much.
In fact, the float has stopped in front of us, hasn't it?
Well, that's a good sign.
Hey, is the good father out and about? Do we know?
Where is Father Bob?
Father Bob.
You out there, Father Bob?
Hey, I'll tell you what, call me slow, because it's taken me a while to figure this thing out, but I think I have the best seat in the house right now with the folks from Enterprise Rent-A-Car. You need a car? These are the folks to call. Good time, right?
Oh, yes, sir. We have our friends and family out here today, and we're having a great Mardi Gras with Enterprise Rent-A-Car, huh, Ben?
And this is your son?
That's my son, Benjamin.
His first Mardi Gras?
First Mardi Gras, and he's a future renter of ours.
All right, and he's having a good time so far.
It looks like it. I think he wants your microphone.
In a couple of years, Ben, I tell you what, a great time here in Metairie today, having fun with a lot of the families here, and yourself. You've been here for a few years.
Yes, we have. We enjoy it out here every year, and this is a great way to enjoy Mardi Gras with our friends and our employees.
How about some memories?
Well, we're making them right now. I think we are. I think somebody's about to eat your microphone, too.
Ben wants this microphone. Hey, we're having a great time. Chris, Rich, we're going to toss it back to you.
Well, we're looking at a shot of the crowd right now, but this is John Gegenheimer coming up on this float
coat,
here.
Right?
Yes, he is the float parade marshal. He
Or
is
the clerk of court, I should say.
Jefferson Parish Clerk of Court.
Yes.
Maybe he'll give us all a tax break.
Yeah, let's be really funny when this fella goes by. You know,
You gotta have a sense of humor. Gotta have a sense of humor. Let's go back to Norman and Susan.
All right, and just before Rex gets here, let's take a quick break. We don't want to miss a thing, so don't go far.
These children have lost their freedom. It has been taken from them by fear and violence. They are prisoners in their own world, a world that can be deadly. Your kids shouldn't have to grow up this way. Give your children back their childhood. Do something now. Call 1-800-WE-PREVENT. Together, we will take a bite out of crime.
Every year, we open billions of cans the same old-fashioned way, cutting the lid, leaving razor-sharp edges that are as dangerous as any knife. Finally, there's a revolutionary new product that will change all that. Introducing Safety Can. Safety Can actually penetrates the seal of the can, leaving edges that are incredibly smooth and safe. Safety Can's advanced technology actually produces 100 pounds of cutting power, penetrating the seal of the can at precisely the right place, at the exact angle. Look, old-fashioned can openers cut the lid of the can, dropping it into your food. That's dirty. Yuck! But Safety Can's new technology glides through the seal of the can, leaving incredibly smooth edges. And look at this. When there's pet food left over, the lid pops back on, with the can and lid still intact. It's the most incredible kitchen product ever invented. Available through this special offer for the incredible price of just $19.95. But wait, call now and get the safety jar absolutely free. Why struggle with stubborn jars? Now you can open any jar or bottle with ease. Safety Can and Safety Jar, both for just $19.95. Safety Can, for safety's sake, call now.
To order Safety Can, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-816-3388. That's 1-800-816-3388, or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $5.95 shipping to the address on your screen. Call 1-800-816-3388. Sorry, no CODs.
And we're watching the Ross Volunteer Drill Team from Texas A&M come marching up Canal Street. Welcome back to WDSU's live coverage of Mardi Gras 97.
All right. Before Rex gets here, let's see if we can get a word in with the man who makes Mardi Gras happen from the float point of view. Come on in here, Blaine Kern. You celebrated sort of an anniversary this year yourself, did you not?
Yeah, big 5-0, but this is the 40th year I've been coming up here.
Right here at Canal Street.
That's right. No, Channel 6.
Oh, there you go.
And really, for 40 years now.
As it should be.
Well, with old Mel Levitt, a long time ago.
You must be so proud today.
Oh, God, yeah. Everything. Look at this weather. This is something I couldn't control, but boy, God did, and for everybody.
It makes your floats look even better.
Well, this particular parade has done these beautiful, brilliant colors with a lot of gold leaf, a lot of flowers. It shimmers and shakes. It's old-time Mardi Gras. It looks like the turn of the century. I just wanted to tell you all hello.
Hey, hello to you, too.
Nice seeing you.
And tell my kids I love them all, and my little wife.
We sure will.
Sherry, bye-bye.
Enjoy the day,
All right.
Blaine.
See you later. Bye-bye.
All right.
Mardi Gras.
See you later.
Thank you.
Here's the 4th Marine Aircraft Wing Band. I'm very partial to this band, you know.
I wonder why, Norman. And there's Rex rolling around behind him.
Seeing Blaine Kern, that Blaine Kern owns a lot to Rex, because as a very young man, he was in his 20s when he got the contract to do the Rex Parade. And the man who was the captain of Rex at the time sent him to Italy at his own personal expense to study float building. And so the Rex Parade had a lot to do with developing Blaine Kern, who in turn developed a lot of other parades. And so he's part of the story of Rex.
We'll take a break now from Canal Street and head on over to Bourbon Street with Julie Miller and Steve Bellis.
Hey, guys!
Yes.
We have more people that we want to introduce you to. These guys are from one of the oldest marching clubs in New Orleans since 1890. Introduce our friends, bud.
Oh, we're talking the Buzzards, right?
You're right. Absolutely.
How old is the organization?
107 years old.
Okay, now none of you look 107 years old. This must be a cumulative thing, right?
We keep ourselves real fit. You know, a lot of drinking, a lot of alcohol.
And lots of marching.
Yeah, a lot of walking.
And a little dye for the beard, right?
A little dye in the beard, yeah.
Watch that lead content, too, would you? All right. Where did you guys start out from?
Audubon Park at 6:45.
Oh, my goodness. Did you meet Romeo and Juliet along the way? Let's get a look at Romeo and Juliet. Oh.
You guys look just beautiful.
You know, we got a problem here. Romeo and Juliet were supposed to be about 14 years old during the play.
Well, you know, Steve, I was out by myself in the French Quarter earlier this morning yelling, Juliet, Juliet! And out from the balcony comes her, showing her, you know what.
Hey!
So we've
Is
been
that where
together
you get all
for
the
day.
beads?
Yeah,
Sounds like a refugee from the other contest down the street, right?
We've had a great time.
Right.
It's a beautiful day for
Isn't it
Mardi
great?
Gras in the city.
It's
isn't it?
perfect.
Happy Mardi Gras, everybody.
Happy Mardi Gras.
What we got over here?
And listen, this is Sister Bill, and Sister Bill has been coming to Mardi Gras for 5 years from Michigan. Hey.
Hey.
So have you been doing a lot of blessing?
I've just started today, yes. So I was glad to see you again.
Good to see you.
Thanks to the city of New Orleans for having such a great party. This is the most fabulous place in the world. I hope everybody has a good time.
And quickly tell us your name, Nurse.
Ronnie and Sandy.
Nurse Ronnie and Doctor. Yeah.
We're quarter residents. This is a normal Tuesday for us.
Oh, so this is just a normal event.
Lunch break.
Nice to meet you guys. So the party's still rolling on Bourbon Street.
It is. Rex is pretty close, but we've got to put a new face on things. How you doing?
Guys.
Oh, pretty good. Having a great time. The weather's beautiful. Oh, yeah. Your nose is a little red. Must be the sun.
She's got a suntan. All right, guys, we know Rex is getting ready to pass by. Back to you on Canal Street. And welcome back to Canal Street, where Rex is now rolling. The lieutenants have just passed us on horseback. And there is the King of Carnival waving to his loyal subjects.
The Monarch of Merriment. All hail Rex.
And preceding Rex was the captain, the man in white. And of course, in any carnival organization, the captain is the prime minister. He's the one who runs the organization on a day-to-day basis, whereas the king serves for a day. It's the captain who's really in charge. He rides in front of the throne, but in fact, he's the power behind the throne.
Oh, he's having a great time. How many toasts do you figure he's had today altogether, Errol?
Well, he probably did a couple in the den, and then once he got on the parade route, he's done 3 so far. He's got a lot more ahead of him, and of course, all weekend he was toasting.
Oh my goodness! I guess that's why they say the king has to be pretty stout of heart, Susan.
Yeah, doesn't he always take a nap, Errol, in between the parade and the ball?
They're encouraged to do so, but I would imagine it's pretty hard to nap. I know that's built into their agenda, but I can't imagine doing that. You know, the other thing about being Rex is that Rex has one costume that he wears for Mardi Gras, another costume that he wears for the parade, and for the ball, he has a totally different ball costume. And so there's 3 different King's costumes he's got to wear.
Oh my goodness! It takes him quite a while to get dressed, huh?
Hard to be fitted too.
Yeah. His Majesty's Royal Bandwagon.
There are several floats that Rex has that are they're regular floats that you see every year. The Bandwagon is one, the Buff Gras is another one, the Royal Barge that you see toward the end of the parade is another one. But in between are the so-called theme floats, and these are the floats that carry out the theme. And these are all originally done every year for the Rex Parade.
Alterman Audio opened 24 years ago in this converted one-room barbershop. I'm Henry Alterman. Sound advice, better quality brands, and a free double warranty, along with people that really can answer your questions, have made us different. We're celebrating with our 24th anniversary sale. Every CD player, every receiver, and our quality speakers are all on sale. Save on TVs and car stereo too. Alterman Audio uptown at Magazine in Nashville and in Metairie. Alterman Audio for some sound advice.
Does your skin feel a little dry? Quench it with the best Vaseline Intensive Care yet. Brimming with healing moisturizers and healthy skin complex, Vaseline Intensive Care is made to restore dry, thirsty skin, to heal dryness, and keep skin feeling smooth and healthy for 12 hours straight. So with Vaseline Intensive Care, there's never a dry moment. Heal your dry skin healthy with Vaseline Intensive Care.
Colorful taste, wishbone bright, colorful taste in every bite. Pepper red, garden green, nothing like you've ever seen. Take a peek, take a pour, you're looking at what you're looking for. Taste the colors. Colorful wishbone, world's most colorful taste.
Red peppers, onions, garlic galore. All the robust taste you buy Italian dressing for.
Wishbone, world's most colorful taste.
Remember how cute she looked as a child?
This is your little baby. She's 17, and I think she's trying to be 33.
You won't believe these cutie pies now.
Hey, I'm almost legal. I can dress how I want. You just turned 14 this week.
If you're going to dress like a tramp, you should at least do it with some style, okay?
No one here has the right to tell me what I can and can't wear. I look good.
Too soon to bloom on the next Jenny Jones.
Today at 3, only on Channel 6.
And now you're looking at my favorite float. To me, this is the float that symbolizes Mardi Gras the world over, the Jesters.
The colors are beautiful, huh, Errol?
It has that classic float look with those hands extended. Yeah, the colors purple, green, and gold. These, of course, are the colors of Mardi Gras. I gotta tell you, there's been a lot of new research on the colors of Mardi Gras, and everything that you all have heard in the past isn't true, okay? In the past, we've heard that stands for justice, faith, and power, or that they were the colors of the Romanov dynasty, or the colors of the first Rex. It doesn't seem to be anything that easy. It seems like the colors probably have to do with medieval heraldry, because the people who thought that Rex were in effect creating a kingdom, and that in kingdoms you had flags, and the flags were all tricolors.
And now we know,
for a set of complicated reasons, purple, green, and gold evolved as the colors.
And we know these colors, the purple and gold, is the St. Aug Marching Band.
Playing Roberta Flax, excuse me, killing me softly with his words. this is my favorite float, of course, the fatted calf.
The buff gras. In the first few years, there was an actual live bull that they used in the Rex Parade, a bull by the name of Old Jeff.
Old Jeff?
And he was a slaughterhouse bull, which means they'd use him to lead other cattle to the slaughterhouse. And so they used him. Now, I don't know what happened to Old Jeff, but the officials got away of him. You can imagine, if he hung around slaughterhouses, what might have happened. And then they came back after a few years with a float, with the buff gras float, to represent the farewell to flesh, the last day for feasting before Lent.
Well, Blaine Kern's crew has done a great job this year. Let's go on out to Metairie for a second, and we'll come back to the Rex Parade.
Hello from Metairie. This is Riddler the Rich the Riddler, and Peter Pan, and we're looking out at Renee Bornay, who always does a wonderful job of getting this place fired up. Chris?
All that jazz, and she has been really cooking today.
Hey, Renee, no, don't stop now.
Don't stop now.
You're on TV.
I tell you, one of the most interesting things I've received so far is this giant clove of garlic.
That's a clove of garlic, and I believe that came from Al Copeland, and that may have something to do
could very well have
with Ann Rice and the whole. Oh, gosh, watch out,
Gotta
Peter
watch
Pan.
out.
Fly out of the way.
Argus has kind of stopped for a moment while they pass the reviewing stand, so we're going to go back to Norman and Susan at Canal until we get rolling again.
All right, thanks, Chris and Rich.
This is Central Lafourche High School. I think they won first place, Susan. They really sound great.
It's such an honor for these bands to march in this parade.
Today on Channel 6 News at 5. After Zulu has passed and Rex has rolled by, check out Mardi Gras and peer into the night with live reports from all around. Today on Channel 6 News at 5.
Life's filled with little secrets. However, there are some things that just shouldn't be kept secret.
Like decisions affecting our children and grandchildren.
That's right. When we pre-planned our funeral and cemetery arrangements in advance with Lake Lawn Metairie, we saved our family from guessing what our final wishes would be.
And we protected them from the stress of unexpected expenses.
Leaving us more time to enjoy life's little pleasures.
Lake Lawn Metairie Funeral Home and Cemeteries.
We're back, and you're watching Rex 1997.
And rolling up Canal now is another one of the themed floats. The theme, If Ever I Cease to Love. This particular lyric is, turn to the left, on the right hand you see there my true love's abode.
Of course, the theme of Rex Parade, If Ever I Cease to Love, and this is the anthem of the Rex organization. Each of the floats depicts a lyric. Some are fairly obscure, such as this, you see there my true love's abode. Now, this song has a really interesting history. We've always heard that it traces back to Lydia Thompson, who was here in 1872. She was a burlesque performer, and she did sing the song in one of her burlesques called Bluebeard. But before that, the song existed in England. It was a burlesque ditty. It was written by the same guy who wrote the song about the man on the flying trapeze. It was the British song. Lydia Thompson adapted it for Bluebeard, and then it became a very popular song, and it was distributed around the nation as pop music is. Back in those days, the only way that music spread was through sheet music. And so the song was really popular in New Orleans before 1872. We found evidence, for example, of a newspaper in 1871 that did a spoof of If Ever I Cease to Love called If Never I Cease to Love. And so it was a popular song, and I think what happened is that the founders of Rex just liked the song. And they said, let's use this, and it's the kind of song you can adapt your own lyrics to.
Well, it makes a great story. What about the colors? We've heard that Rex gave us so many things. They gave us the first doubloons, and they gave us the first daytime parade, and they also gave us the first the official colors of Mardi Gras.
What they didn't do, though, is they didn't leave an explanation of how they came to those colors. So there's been a long debate about that. The very first Rex parade, prior to the parade, they issued a whole series of edicts saying, you know, you must do this, you must do that. And one thing they said is everyone must fly banners of purple, green, and gold. But they didn't explain why. As I was mentioning, it seems like it probably has to do with medieval heraldry, because the people back in 1872 were romanicists. They were fantasized with knights and kings, and if you study the color laws of heraldry, purple, green, and gold fit in perfectly if you assume they eliminated 3 colors. And probably 3 colors they eliminated were red, white, and blue, because those colors were already taken. Also, those colors were the colors of revolution, so no respectable 19th century monarch would have had red, white, and blue. So if you eliminate red, white, and blue, there aren't really too many other choices other than purple, green, and gold.
Well, I think they just look good together. Look at your hat,
They had the extra advantage of looking good.
Together.
Unquestionably, they look good together. And these have really become the colors of Mardi Gras throughout the nation. In Mobile now, Mobile uses these colors too. So
ooh, what a great band coming up now.
Yeah, this is Westwood High School from Memphis, Tennessee, and they're putting on a show for the crowd here on Canal Street.
Ah, I love it.
Nice job, youngsters. Nice job.
Now here's a beautiful float. The lyrics from this one are, I go there a-courting and cooing my love like a dove. This is the one that Margaret and Heath liked so much when it passed by them on St. Charles Avenue.
Oh, yeah. Featuring a small chapel where the fervent courtship will become marriage.
This is one of the more obscure lyrics. This is not one that you usually hear, but you usually hear about the riding a buffalo through Texas. But the song was the kind of song that was adapted through the times, that people would add and take away lyrics. So these are some of the early lyrics.
You know, I had a chance to go in the Rex stand when they were still putting the finishing touches on these. They work so hard. They do such a good job. And it's the little things like the strips of foil. You might not think that they do a whole lot, but without those, they wouldn't glitter in the sun. So each part of this is carefully crafted. No wonder Blaine Kern says he feels proud today. And
you're right. That is just wonderful. It's gorgeous, so intricate. And all of these things, as you said, were hand-painted, and you can really tell the care and time that they really took to put those things together. They look just wonderful. Let's go to Metairie now. We'll be right back with more of Rex in a moment.
All right, we are with the Royal Court of Argus, and I am honored to be with the Queen. Her name?
Neil Bernard Kelly.
Now, tell me what you think of all this.
It's a wonderful experience. It's outrageous, all the people screaming and hollering. I love it.
So now you gotta keep the smile, and you gotta throw the beads at the same time.
Well, it's hard to keep the smile because just watching all the people, it's hilarious.
Craziness, right?
Yeah. Total chaos.
And then after the ride, then what?
Well, this is my final year because I'm the past queen this year, so this is it. And then I'll ride on a regular float.
Now, what's the toughest part about being queen? Now, here we are right here. Tell us.
There's nothing tough about it. Just have fun and enjoy it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Rich, Chris.
Just hang on, Bob. Just hang on. Boy, what a great day. Everyone in a great mood, beautiful weather. You couldn't ask for a better day.
You know, Bob was supposed to make sure that the Queen threw us some great beads. But I guess there's time for that.
Well, naturally.
We'll take a break, maybe?
Be right back.
Put in my house. If I water gonna make me shout, I'm going down and get my squaw. Me might buy a great big car.
Hi, I'm Sally with Equitable Mortgage, back to talk with you again about the easiest way to relieve your financial burdens. At Equitable Mortgage, we know it's easy to get behind on your payments. That's why our trained financial counselors are standing by right now to help you, not judge you. If you own a home and you're 2, 3, or 4 payments behind, give us a call at the number on your screen and we'll help you get the money you need. Remember, your problem is no problem when you call Equitable Mortgage.
Slow credit doesn't have to mean no credit. Call Equitable Mortgage now.
Since the days of George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, Americans have enjoyed certain freedoms, like the freedom to settle wherever they wanted to raise a family and provide for their protection, and the freedom of choice. In honor of these traditions, ADT is proud to offer our 1997 President's Day sale. It's an opportunity for you to help protect your home and family with the nation's #1 home security system, installed for as little as $99. It's also a chance for you to exercise your freedom of choice, because when you call before February 23rd, you can choose from 3 special introductory offers. You can get 2 months of monitoring at no extra charge, or save $50 on fire protection. Or choose a customized system and save $100 on installation. But no matter which offer you choose, you'll sleep easier knowing your home is protected by ADT, a company with over 120 years of experience. Remember, the ADT President's Day sale ends February 23rd, so call today.
The odds of your child touching the stars are out of this world. The chance she'll grow up to be a famous architect is somewhat more down to earth. But the chances are more than 1 in 4 your baby isn't fully protected against childhood diseases. Be sure his baby shots are on schedule. Ask your doctor at every visit. Give your child the chance to be whatever he wants, even if it's a rock star. Even if you're sure, ask again.
Welcome back to WDSU's live coverage of Rex now. Another theme float from If Ever I Cease to Love. She can sing, she can play on the piano.
That's another beautiful float, Susan. You were talking about the hand-painted intricacy of these floats, and that's another great example.
The last couple of Rex captains, the last few, have been very interested in returning some of the old-style float-building techniques, going back to papier-mâché, getting away from fiberglass. And a while ago, we met Blaine Kern, the man who builds the Rex Parade. But Rex actually has an artistic designer, an art director, in effect, a man by the name of Henri Schindler. And Schindler is very committed to bringing back the old-style techniques in float design. And it shows. They're built for old floats. They have a waddle factor to them. That's a great shot. You notice the way that the float shakes? A well-designed float should be designed for downtown New Orleans, so that you have this waddle factor, and so you have gold leaf that shimmies as the float waddles, and they're just beautifully done floats, the way classic New Orleans carnival floats are done. Something else, the riders. The riders all have the classic full face mask on, and notice all of them have their mask on, too. It's a well-disciplined, well-run organization.
Boy, I tell you, Sue, this is just the best seat in the entire house, and I think the people at home have an even better seat.
It really is. We're going to wait till the next float gets a little bit closer. In the interim, we'll jump over to Bourbon Street and come right back.
Hi, guys. I've lost Steve. He's out in the crowd somewhere, but in the meantime, maybe these guys took care of him. These are the Death Lords. Good day. Hey, this is actually Mark and Corey, and you know what they really are underneath it all? Fitness trainers. And I asked if they issued death threats, and they said yes, if no one keeps up with their workout, right? And they dance and stuff, too. All right, we've got a cast of characters again here we want you to meet. Hi, this is Corn Cob the Clown.
I'm Corn Cob the Clown from the Corn Cob Show. Hi, kids. Woo! And look who's with me. Wait, Boris Yeltsin. He's in good health. Look at, this is Boris Yeltsin. Say hello.
Hello. Hello, Peru.
He thinks he's from
no
Peru.
He's so confused. No speak in English, only Spanish.
How many times have you been to Mardi Gras? Bye, Death Lord. Bye. How many times have you been to Mardi Gras?
Mardi Gras.
First
Beautiful.
one?
First time.
One. You like it.
Yeah.
You got beads. You got lots of beads.
Mucho.
Yes. Let's wave up there and see if they'll throw you beads. Woo! See if they'll throw you some.
Yeah. Wait, can I say one thing? Last year he was Gorbachev. He just had this spot on his head.
He says he's only been here once.
Fine. This is a fraudulent day. Corn Cob Show. Woo! Corn Cob rules.
As you can see, it's really starting to get wild down here on Bourbon Street. Susan Norman, we'll be back. I'm going to go try and see if I can find Steve.
You're being entertained by the McKinley High School Band from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Is this the infamous fly float?
No, this is the cow float, the one, the one and only lyric that most people know from this song. When fish have legs and cows lay eggs. It's the only lyric that most of us can remember.
Another example of the whimsical lyrics from the school design theme song.
Now see
Every
if you
lyric
can get
is an
a shot of that
absurdity
fish.
to underscore the fact that if ever I cease to love, saying, if I stop loving, then these kind of things are going to happen. And of course, they're all impossibilities, which is a long way to say I'll never stop to love.
Susan, you were saying about that,
If you
fish?
see, the fish actually has human legs. I saw that in the den. Henri Schindler took us around. You know, Errol, we were talking about Henri Schindler. Here's a man who grew up loving carnival. He has immersed himself in the literature. He goes to the library. He looks at all the old manuscripts. And this year, he had the extra honor of designing the Rex poster.
Yeah, he is one of the truly important historians as far as the literature and the design of Rex. He was building the Comus Parade, and he was hired on by a previous captain. Not only does he work on the design, he also works on the themes, too. And now you're seeing his influence in the Orpheus Parade. The Orpheus Parade over the last 2 years has looked a lot better than it did in its first 2 years. And you see Henri's hand, when you get down to the theme floats in Orpheus, you're starting to see better designed floats on the more literary type theme, and that's Henri Schindler's hand involved in that also.
You know, he's designed all these floats, and I asked him, did you ever ride in one of these parades? Nope. He comes down to Canal Street and watches it like the rest of us.
Sort of like us. We don't ride, we just sit here and watch it and broadcast, which is a lot of fun.
Which is all right.
And there's the traditional streetcar, the Rex Special, streetcar named Desire.
Playing a tune on top.
That's George Fanola's band up on top, providing the music on top of the streetcar named Desire.
A legendary jazz musician, Edmund Doc Souchon, used to ride that streetcar, and he had a popularized version of If Ever I Cease to Love.
And we'll roll on out to Metairie now and see how that
Now they're
parade's
playing
doing.
way down yonder in New Orleans.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Argus Parade here in Metairie. It is going, it is rolling, it is going well, and we're coming up on a beautiful float. And this is the Argus Silver Anniversary float. And, ooh, look at that eye in the middle of that float.
I see. You know the legend behind all this, don't you?
Tell me again. Refresh my memory, Peter.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but from what I understand, the myth is that the god, which had 1,000 eyes, would never shut all the eyes at one time. And so one time myth has it that Mercury told Argus a story, putting him to sleep. All his eyes were closed, and then Mercury, ow! Whoa! Watch out for the cups and the cards. Killed Argus, and Juno used the 100 eyes, thank you, to decorate the peacock.
Keep
and
telling
you just
that
saw the
story,
one
Chris.
gigantic eye.
I'll try and protect
Boy! And this one is very generous. Thanks for the beads.
Well, after all, it is the
You gotta love
float,
it.
so they're gonna
You gotta love it, Rich.
I do love it.
The music, the people, it's fun.
Oh, what do we got going here? Now, what are we dancing to here?
Music, baby.
Oh, yeah, a little 60s rock and roll right there. Oh, yeah, bring it on.
We're looking at another float here.
That's the riverboat float. Or it's the riverboat's float. There you go. And you can see you got a big old boot there. I guess
big old boot.
I won't say what kind. I won't put the name on it because we don't want to get commercialized.
Oh, what the heck.
Okay.
It's one of our local
says
riverboat
Boomtown,
casinos.
you know,
How's
there
that?
It is.
One of our local riverboat casinos getting into the Mardi Gras Act, having a great time out here at Argus in Metairie.
I think everyone's getting their fair share, right? Whoa, here it comes.
Watch.
Okay. Before we get hit by beads, or maybe after we get hit by beads, let's hit the canal. Let's go on right now.
May we all turn into cats and dogs if ever I cease to love. The title of float number 16. Look at that cat.
I think the Rex costumes are really spectacular this year too.
Again, notice the waddle factor, how they shake. A lot of these floats, matter of fact, most of them have old-time wooden wagon spoked wheels. These are old float beds. These are float beds that Rex owns. And I think that helps to the waddle, because a well-made New Orleans float is designed to waddle, to look good with the shimmy. That's why you have those flowers and such, because they shimmy well.
And that's why they'll never have a flat. They've got wagon wheels instead of the rubber tires.
Yeah. Now, of course, all the newer floats have rubber tires that are injected with latex, but these are the actual wooden spoke wheels. One theory is that it goes back to old garbage wagon float beds. Even the Rex people aren't quite sure where they got them, but they've had them for a long time.
This is a fantasy float. You see the two fabulous fairies in front. I'd wish all sorts of impossible things if ever I cease to love.
That's something I like seeing in Mardi Gras parades, having those small jazz bands. Jazz is so much a part of New Orleans. I like seeing those small groups.
Now we're going to switch from Ulysses S. Grant in the Rex Parade and go to a current local political leader, Harry Lee in Metairie.
Some may call him the king. Harry Lee's Louisiana. Float number 18 in Argus. There he is, at his throne.
Hello there, Sheriff. How you doing? I think something's coming our way. Here we go. Thank you very much. And I think we know somebody else on this float, huh?
Well, I kind of know him.
Oh, there. Yeah, no, we must.
It's been him.
There you go. Woo! Oh, it's always good to know, folks, isn't it? Is that John Fortunato? I think. I believe it is.
That's probably.
Oh my goodness, it's coming. Oh.
Keep it down. Oh, and there's the lovely Judy Long. Boy, I didn't know she had such an arm on
It's
her.
tough to talk.
That's enough.
Oh, now that was a generous float. It may not get any better than that.
Judy Long, the daredevil, we call her.
Whoa.
Captain Judy Long with the Sheriff's Office. John Fortunato, who happens to be my lovely husband. Thank you very much.
It's tough to talk. I'm sorry.
Boy, I tell you what, I got to take a break. Let's go to Canal Street.
Harry, Louisiana, that's great.
From Harry, Louisiana to clam chowder.
And by the way, Chris, Johnny was doing a great job with those throws. I think he knew a lovely young woman to throw it to, and it was Chris.
May government powder.
What do we have here? Oh, the
Yes.
chowder. This is the oyster man.
There you go. May government powder be made of clam chowder. Float number 19, Errol.
If ever I cease to love it. Again, these are one of the more obscure lyrics. These aren't the ones that you usually hear people singing when they sing the song.
Now look,
no New Orleanian would sing about clam chowder.
They even have oysters stitched into their costumes. Silver and purple oysters.
You can't accuse them of clamming up with the throws. They're very generous, as Rex always is.
One of my favorite lyrics is the one, of course, is about maybe the Grand Duke Alexis ride a buffalo through Texas.
Buffalo through Texas?
And in fact, what happened is that Alexis, during his visit to the United States, which lasted several months, what he was interested in more than anything else was hunting buffalo. I mean, that was number one on his mind. Number two on his mind was probably trying to find women. He was had a real eye for the women.
He was a ladies' man, was he?
But he went out hunting, not in Texas. It happens that Texas rhymes with Alexis, and so they put buffalo hunting in Texas. They went buffalo hunting in Nebraska, and accompanying him was General Custer. So General Custer, who was a major at the time, took him out buffalo hunting in Nebraska, and then Custer escorted him to New Orleans. And so 125 years ago, General Custer was also here too. He would go on to be the most famous of all the people who was here, even though he wasn't that well known. He had made a name for himself in the Civil War, though, chasing Robert E. Lee.
Well, this float title is If Ever I Cease to Love, May the Streets of New York Be Clean. Well, back then, the streets of New York must have been considerably dirtier than New Orleans. I doubt that's the case today.
I think it should read, May the streets of New Orleans be thoroughly cleaned if ever I cease to love.
Especially on a day like today.
And the riders here are dressed as hobos.
You know, one thing about these little jazz bands, they never quit playing.
No, they're good. I think there needs to be more of that in carnival parades. That jazz is so much a part of New Orleans. There are some crews that don't have any jazz in them at all. And they should be filled with jazz. I mean, jazz is so important.
And we'll take a break and be right back. Don't go away.
Stay tuned.
The average funeral today costs almost $4,500, and many can cost up to $10,000 or more. But the most Social Security will pay your survivors, if they qualify, is only $255, leaving your loved ones to pay the balance. That's why the Silver Care Plan was formed. It relieves families of the worry, cost, and confusion over funeral details.
It's good to know my family will be taken care of if anything happens to me.
I remember having to plan my dad's funeral. I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
It makes so much sense. My husband and I are both covered.
With the Silver Care Plan, there is no physical examination required. Your rates can never be increased, and your plan cannot be canceled.
As a funeral director, I've seen what funerals can do to families, both emotionally and financially. That's why I recommend the plan.
When my husband passed away, if we didn't have the plan, I don't know where the money would have come from.
The Silver Care Plan not only helps with the decisions and costs of a funeral, but you're also given a free planning guide to help organize and carry out your wishes and help your loved ones when they need planning most.
At a time I needed it, I didn't have to worry about anything. Everything was taken care of.
I don't want my wife or my kids to have to go into their savings for me.
The Silver Care Plan is something we all have to think about. It's a plan we'll all someday need. Don't put it off. For free information, call the toll-free number on your screen. Protect your family. Call now.
Call now, and I'll make sure you get more information about the plan and its benefits. There's no obligation on your part. The information is free, and so is the phone call. All you have to do is call the toll-free number on your screen.
For free information, call 1-800-292-5900.
Happy Mardi Gras from your true Mardi Gras station, Channel 6.
And here comes the Grand Duke Alexis himself, or the way we remember him anyway.
A float title for all the money in the bank. And, you know, having a good time. Wow, did you see that? 2 direct hits. Man, I'm telling you, they are really pummeling us with these throws. But that's okay. That's what we're here for. Man, I'm telling you, these floats are getting prettier as they progress. I didn't think that they could improve on the earlier floats that we saw, but I'm telling you, each float is an improvement on the float we saw prior to it.
And you know that Rex already knows what the theme is going to be for next year's floats, but it's a deep secret, so we might be able to pry it out of him, what, in a couple of months, Errol?
Errol might know, but I know he's not telling.
What's that, sir?
The theme of next year's parade. They always work a year ahead.
I have no idea what it is.
Oh.
If I knew, I would tell you, but I have no idea what it is.
The Navy Steel Band now.
They're playing Lowrider War. Did War do that? Yes, they did.
There's something else that's contributed to these floats looking nice is the weather. I mean these floats are built for sunshiny days, so you get the full quality of them.
I know some of the Rex members were saying how awful it was 2 years ago in the terrible rain because the paint was actually melting off of some of the floats. What can you do? You have to roll.
Yeah, you know, that's just one of the things you have to put up with when you're dealing with the forces of nature. But fortunately, that we have been blessed with gorgeous, wonderful weather. You couldn't have asked for a more perfect day to have a parade.
So why not go up to meteorologist Margaret Orr up in Uptown? Hey, Margaret, thank you for this.
Susan, hey, Norman. Now, you know, I had nothing to do with this weather except that Dan and I and Steve and Rose all forecast a gorgeous day. But I want you to know, I have noticed some high cirrus clouds in the sky, and I think we will have a chance of rain for Ash Wednesday. But hey, we're not worried about that today. It's Mardi Gras.
Are we going to have a test on this? I mean, am I going to have to remember all of this right now?
About the high cirrus, no. But
no.
just that there's a chance of rain for tomorrow. That's what you remember.
What truck are we on? We're on like 69 right now, and we got about 30 more to go in this truck parade alone.
That's right, and then after that, we've got another 50 floats at least in Crescent City. So, I mean, we have got float action, and we've got beads, and everybody...
I tell you what you have is originality. I mean, some of the costumes on some of these truck floats are outstanding. Every one of them is a little bit different. I mean, and you've got to go some to be original in Mardi Gras, and these people have done it.
And they've been working on them for a long time, too. Oh, that little boy. Go ahead, throw it. You can do it.
I dare you, throw it!
He's going to hold on to that elephant. Oh, this is a good one. They
tease you a lot in these things.
Look at the quilts. And they've got bees.
Quilting bees.
Quilting bees. I got it. I
hope
got
so,
it.
Margaret.
Yeah, I got it. All right?
Whoa! Here they come now. You got to pay attention. Look out, Nuster! All right. Okay, we're going to catch some beads here. And in the meantime, we're going to toss it back over to Canal Street and Norman, Susan, Batman, and Catwoman.